Now I knew I should have went to go see Peppermint instead of this. Hey everyone, it's Sharana from Pay or Wait, and today I'm going to be reviewing The Nun, which is directed by Corin Hardy and it stars Thaisa Farmiga as Sister Irene, and then Father Burke, which is played by Damien Brasher, and then also too there's another character, Frenchie, which we'll talk about later, by Jonas Boquet. And so this movie centers around Sister Irene and Father Burke, and so basically they are sent by the Vatican to investigate a death at the convent. And so there's this basically secluded convent in the middle of nowhere in Romania, and so there was a death that happened and they are sent by the Vatican to basically make sure that this wasn't done by a supernatural presence. And so basically the movie centers around the two characters for the majority of the film as they investigate the convent and try to figure out what happened as they encounter these kind of supernatural or demonic presence within the convent. And so I have to say I was really excited to see this film. There were like 3 screenings today. I could have saw White Boy Rick, Peppermint, or The Nun, but I was like, no, I want to go see The Nun because I love the Conjuring films. I love the Conjuring and Annabelle Creation. They're my top 2 films within the Conjuring universe. Just to kind of, if you guys are fans of these films, to kind of let you know what I like, what I don't like about this universe. And so, also too, like I saw Fandango had posted that the Conjuring tickets, the Nun ticket sales are basically outpacing all of the other Conjuring movies combined. I think they're sitting at 40 million right now. And so I was just really excited to see this because The Nun was probably one of the scariest things for me in the Conjuring 2. And so I really wanted to give this movie a shot. But I have to say, y'all, they let me down. They let me down, y'all. I felt hoodwinked. I felt bamboozled. I said, how dare you do this? How dare you do it? But let's go ahead and get into what I liked about the movie, and then I'm going to let you know why overall I just didn't care for The Nun. So first and foremost, I have to say that I thought that the movie was beautifully shot. I like the drone views that they gave of the convent. This was actually filmed in a location in Romania, and they actually filmed the film in a palace where they takes the place as the convent. And so I felt as though like how they gave these shots of this like huge massive structure, which is supposed to be this convent, that was just creepy enough to me, because being in big spaces, especially as big of a space as that was, and having all these different rooms, you're hearing all these different noises, I felt like it really gave a nice creepy setup to keep the moviegoers, the audience, on their feet as they're watching this. And then their use of shadows while the characters are kind of like walking down a hallway where you just feel as though like, I can't see anything. It's like, is it following me? Is there something back here? I just don't know what's happening. And then their use of the nuns in the film. So the nuns were like so creepy. And at one point I was asking my friend, I was like, are these hoes real? Are they fake? Oh, I'm sorry, Lord. I did not mean to call the nuns hoes, but you know my heart. I just meant, are these children, these women of God, okay? Are the women of God, are they real? Are they fake? Are they good? Are they bad? Like, what's going on? Like, they were just all creepy to me. And so I also have to give props to Thaisa Farmiga. I thought she did a really good job with what she was given. And I'm kind of going to get into how I felt about how the character development was, and then how the script was written. I felt like she did a very great job of carrying the majority of the film on her back. And she also had a little bit of help from Frenchie, the character Frenchie, which is played by Jonas Boquet. And so basically I loved his character as well. Where he kind of got off on the wrong foot with me is they kind of tried to make him to this like macho ladies man, and then he was kind of crushing on Sister Irene. And I said, sir, she is a child of God. You cannot be looking at her like that. I don't even know why y'all went here with this storyline right now. But then as his character is reintroduced again into the film, he actually becomes one of my favorites by the end of the film. It also has a nice tie-in to this movie and this universe. So let's get into what I really did not care for in this film, okay? Y'all, I understand that this is supposed to be a horror film, and I know that for most horror films, they don't really focus that much on the story, but I feel as though for the Conjuring universe and what works for these movies and why I am such a huge fan of these movies is not only that the movies are scary, that they're thrilling to watch, but also too they have a very good story. I think that the Conjuring universe films, I think they do a very good job of fleshing out the characters, making you invested in the characters, invested into their past, into how their past connects with the conflict of the demonic spirits that they're kind of becoming thrust into. And I think that that's where they let me down with The Nun. As I said, The Nun was one of the most enjoyable parts for me in The Conjuring 2. And so I'm expecting this demonic presence Valak, which is supposed to be super scary and kind of leads to the death of one of the characters, as they talked about in the previous films. I just felt let down. They tried to give the nun this backstory, but the backstory was just kind of glossed over so quickly that you almost lost interest. Just like, okay, like I thought there would be more. I mean, if that's all you're gonna give me, okay. But I felt as though they did a better job in the previous films of making this demonic spirit Valak just scary. And then when you tell me this story, I was just like, this is stupid. Like, this don't even make no damn sense. Like, why did you even decide to do that? And so also too, like with Father Burke's character played by Damien Brasher, he's supposed to be this highly recommended person with the Vatican that specializes in demonic spirits. And in the course of the film, I was just like, why is he such a pro? Like, what is he? He does nothing in the film to make you believe that he is fully experienced or that he's the best of the best and he's the best well-equipped to deal with this demonic presence. And I don't really think he did anything to help with the resolution of the movie. Not gonna tell you how it ends, but I just felt like he was of no use. So I was just like, why even give him this backstory? Why even have him in the movie? I just felt so let down, y'all. Also, to the jump scares. Now, I am scared of anything in any movie. So I was jumping, I was screaming, I was grabbing on people next to me. They were pissed off at me. They was probably gonna cause security to me, like if this girl jumped on me one more time. But after a certain point in the film, I was just like, y'all, I'm tired. Like, I can see everything that's about to happen at this point. And then also too with the story, you figure it out towards the end, you figure out how everything is going to play out, and there's nothing to surprise you. There's no real twist. There's nothing that really makes you scared. And to the point where I just stopped jumping. I was just like, I'm tired, I'm bored. Can we wrap it up? Are we done with this movie yet? And one of the issues that I have about this is, it's not that The Nun is a total trash movie, but one of my worries is, are you making movies that still tie into this universe while sticking to why this universe is successful? Or are you just trying to make another movie to do a quick cash grab and just take all of our money? Because for me, I felt as though The Nun, it just lacked effort. It lacked effort in the writing, the character development. You didn't feel invested in any of the characters. What happened to them? And there's only 3 characters. It's not like you had that much to do. It was 3 people, 3 characters. I just don't understand. So for me, I would have to say that you wait to see this film. I think this film is better suited for like a red box night. I just can't tell people to spend their money on it because I don't feel like there was enough effort put into this movie, where the movie might be visually stunning. I love the kind of Gregorian chants like as the nun appears on screen, but it wasn't enough for me to tell people, hey, this is the movie that you need to see and you need to spend your money on. So basically, those are my thoughts on The Nun. As always, my name is Sharona from Pay or Wait, and if you like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and I will see you soon.